So you will see the full moon. You will see some portion of the moon is lit up. Sometimes you will never see any moon, right? So what is the reason behind all these different things? What is the reason behind all these different things? Let's learn that. Let's learn what exactly is the reason behind. What exactly is the reason behind the different phases of moon? Okay, so we are going to do that. We are going to explore the physics behind the different phases of moon. Okay, physics behind the different phases of moon. Okay, so now let me tell you, in the case of moon, in the case of moon, many students had already told me what is the main reason behind the different phase of the moon. What is the main reason behind this different phase of the moon? They will say they will be getting confused with lunar eclipse and the phase of moon. So many students are getting confused with it. So let me tell you guys, this is exactly different. Okay, lunar eclipse cannot be clubbed together with the different phases of the moon. It is actually completely different. Okay, so let me tell you what is the exact thing which is happening in the case of different phases of the moon. Okay, so before going further, let me tell you what are the things, what are the benefits, what are the things you will learn when you learn in the case of the different phases of moon. Let me tell you the very major thing. When you look into the sky, as you know, when you look into the sky, you will see sometimes what will happen, you will see the moon. Definitely, yes, you will see the moon, right? So let me tell you, when you look into the night sky, you are seeing the moon. If you are seeing the moon, you will definitely understand that that is the brightest object in the night sky, right? That is the brightest object in the night sky. Perfect, right? So now let me tell you, in the case of night sky, you will see the objects. You will see the objects there. You can see the stars. You can see the moon. Everything you can see, right? But let me tell you, in the case of the moon, you will see different phases there. Sometimes you will see the bright moon, the complete moon you will see. Sometimes you will see some portion of the moon will be lit up there. So let's find out what is the main reason behind this. Okay, all right. So as you know, moon is the brightest object in the night sky. You know that moon is the brightest object in the night sky. The moon does not emit light. Obviously, it does not emit light because moon is a non-luminous object, right? So what have you learned about non-luminous objects? Non-luminous objects are the objects which cannot emit light of its own. So definitely moon is also a non-luminous object which cannot emit light of its own, right? So moon is a non-luminous object. But from where does this moon get light? You will see the beautiful, amazing, bright moon in night sky. It is because the light is coming out of this moon because of the light emitted by the sun is reaching on the surface of the moon and it is getting reflected and then it is reaching our eyes on the surface of the earth. This is the reason we see an amazing, beautiful light coming out of the moon. All right, so that is the main reason why we see moon as so bright. The light coming from the sun is falling on the moon and then it is getting reflected. And these light rays are reaching our eyes so that we can clearly see the moon. So that is the reason we see the moon there. Okay. All right. So yes, I have a question for each and every one of you. Dash is the brightest object in the night sky. Dash is the brightest object in the night sky. You have four options: star, moon, Venus, sun. So these are the different options you can see, right? Dash is the, I'll repeat this question. Dash is the brightest object in the night sky. Okay, dash is the brightest object in the night sky. Four options: star, moon, Venus, and sun. Okay, star, star, moon, Venus, and sun. So these are these are the different options. So guys, we can click on, we can actually type the answer. Yes, I can see so many students are writing D as the option. Yes. Okay. So yes, 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 Avinash, I saw your answer. Yes, Agansha has mentioned, okay, B. Then Avinash is mentioning B now. All right. Okay. Yes, yes, guys, everyone, please type the answer and send it to me. I can see your answers. I'll give you another 5 more seconds. Very simple thing. The dash is the brightest object in the sky. right? All right, yes, definitely yes. So you guys are correct. You guys are correct. It's moon. Moon is the brightest object in the night sky. You know that because light coming from the sun is falling on the moon and it is getting reflected, and we are actually able to see, we are seeing this, right? Okay, perfect. Now you learned that concept. Now let me tell you, even moon rotates on its axis and revolves around the earth. Like earth is revolving around the sun, it is getting rotated, it is getting rotated. You know that. That is the reason we have day and night. In the same manner, moon is also getting rotated. Moon is also getting rotated about its own axis. And along that, it is revolving around the earth. You know that, right? So moon is getting rotated and it is getting revolving around the earth. And there is no water on the surface of moon. There is no atmosphere there. There is no life there. There is another peculiarity of this moon because there is no atmosphere, right? So life cannot exist there unless and until if we go there and if we wear space suits, and then we can survive for some, maybe some hours we can survive, right? Okay. And this moon is so dry. Moon is really so dry, very dry it is. Okay, it is really hard for any person to be there, to stay there, to spend some time there. It is really very tough for a particular person to stay there. Okay. All right. All right. So I hope this is clear. Now I have another question for you. Where does the moon get its light? I repeat, where does the moon get its light? You have four options. From nuclear reactions at its core. Option B, it is covered in a radioactive element. Option C, by reflecting light from the sun. Last option, all of the above. So what is your correct answer? What is the answer? You can send it to me over here in the chat. So everyone, we can chat. You can chat here. Send your answer here, everyone. What this question is: where does the moon get its light? Where does the moon get its light? Four options. I repeat it: from nuclear reactions at its core. It is covered in a radioactive. It is covered in a radioactive element. The moon is covered in a radioactive element. Option C: by reflecting light from the sun. All of the above. So what is the answer? Yes, most of you had clicked the correct answer. Perfect. Most of you are typing the correct answer. Well done. Some students are writing clicking option B. And some students are writing option C. All right, all right. So yes, the correct option is C is the correct answer. You know that it is because of the light coming from the sun. This light is reflected on the surface of the moon, and it is reaching our eyes. Right? That is the reason, obviously. Right? Okay. So that is the reason. So the correct answer is by reflecting light from the sun. By reflecting light from the sun. Okay, by reflecting light from the sun. Now you learned what are the specifications of this moon. Moon is rotating about its own axis, and it is revolving around the earth. Right? You know that. Now let's learn what exactly is the reason behind the phases of the moon. So guys, let me ask you, what is the major reason for the phases of moon? Any idea, guys? Any idea? Anyone? Any idea? Let me see how many of you are typing the correct answer here. Yes? Anyone? I'm waiting for your answer, guys. Okay. Yes, that is perfect. So yes, now let me tell you what is the major reason why you have the different phases of moon. The various shapes or the phases we consider shapes of the moon, the bright part. See, for example, if you can clearly see this picture, right? Here, if you see on the right hand side, you can see the full moon. But when you go to the left hand side, you can see the shape is actually getting changed. So the bright portion we consider as the phase of the moon. Bright portion we consider as the phase of the moon. Okay. Yes, many students have mentioned light of the sun on the moon. Perfect. That is the case. Perfect. That is correct. Okay. All right. So yes, the phases of the moon is these sections in on which light is falling on this moon. And what is a bright part? Say for example, you have the moon, and if you see small portion of the moon, that clearly say that the light is reaching our eyes only from that portion. That's it. So that one we consider as the phase of the moon. Okay, let's find out what is the physics behind it. Why do we have different phases of the moon? Why do we have different phases of the moon? Let's find out. Okay, so now let me actually show you this picture. If you click, if you can clearly see that on the right hand side you have the sun. This is sun over here, right? This is sun, and right here it is sun. Okay, sun is on the right hand side. Sun is on the right hand side, you can clearly see, right? And this is the earth at the center. And now you can imagine the moon is revolving around the earth. Moon is revolving around the earth. Moon is revolving around the earth. Okay, so now you have the sun on the right hand side of this picture. You can clearly see that. And light is coming out of the sun, right? So sunlight will travel only in one single direction, that is from right to left. So when you have an object on this surface, on this side, imagine you have the object at this particular surface, that is at this particular point. The moon is at this particular point. So now you can see when you look from the right hand side, you will be able to see the surface of the moon. Correct? You will be able to see the surface of the moon. Say for example, I'll show you here. Imagine there is a moon here and there is a sun. So when I stand at the center, you can ignore about the shadow. So when I stand at the center, the light coming from this source will reach, the moon. If this is the moon, it will reach here. So if I look from this side towards this moon, I can see the bright side. I can see the light coming from this surface. But if I stand on the other side, if I stand on this side, I won't be able to see that because light is coming from this side and light is falling on this side, but I won't be able to see the surface when I stand here because there is no light. Here, right? Same case is for the moon, the different phases of the moon. Okay, imagine. So let me take a case. Imagine the moon is here. You have the sun here. So light is coming from this side. It is falling on the surface. Correct? And suppose I stand in front of it. So let me take a pen. Okay, so this pen you can consider this is the person. So imagine light is falling on the surface. Okay, so when I just stand here, I will be able to see the surface, the bright surface. When I stand here, what can I see? I can see only half of it. Only this half is lighted, up, right? So when I stand here, I can see only half of it. When I stand here, I can see a bit lesser. The bright side will be reduced. When I stand here, this side, what will happen? I won't be able to see any bright side because the bright side is on the other side. This is the thing which is happening when moon is revolving around the earth and we are also looking into the moon. So this is the reason we have different phases of the moon. Right? So I'll repeat it. If you have any surface over here, if you suppose you have the moon and the light is coming from this side, when the light is coming from this side, you stand over here. Suppose you stand over here, right? When light is falling on it, you stand over here. You can clearly see the surface. When you stand here, you will see just half of it. When you stand here, you won't see any surface, any bright side you won't see. And if you come to this side, on my side, over here if you stand, you can clearly see just half of it is light up. So this is the reason you have different phases of the moon. Okay, so don't get confused with lunar eclipse and different phases of the moon. These are two completely different concepts. Okay, so you see lunar eclipse when the shadow of the earth is falling on it. When the shadow of the earth falls on moon, you will see lunar eclipse. But in the case of different phases of the moon, you will see different phases when different sections of the moon is light up, right? Then only you are able to see different phases of the moon. I hope this is clear, right? Okay, so now let me actually show you this You can see different phases of the moon. We have different names for it. Okay, so this one we call it as full moon. That is the complete moon we are getting. Complete moon we can see. And when the moon is revolving, when the moon is slowly revolving around the earth, different sections. Okay, so you can clearly see that it is changed. The complete bright portion is reduced. We call it as waning gibbous. Okay, and if it is over here at this position, we call it as third quarter. This is waning crescent. This is new moon. You won't be able to see any moon's surface because we are not able to see the bright side of the moon. Why? Because the moon is here, the sun is here, and you are standing over here. So you are seeing the dark side, right? You are seeing the dark side of the moon, right? Here you have the bright side, which is actually light by the sun, but you are seeing this side. So this over this side is the dark side right now at this point. So which we call as new moon. You won't be able to see the moon there. And when moon is revolved, when it is continuing its motion, you will see some bright portion which is called as waxing crescent. Then you have the first quarter, and then you have the waxing gibbous, and finally you have the full moon. Okay, so these are the different phases of the moon, which is happening because of the different sections of the moon is getting brighter because of the sun's light. Okay, so guys, I have a question here. What is the phase of the moon when 100% of the moon is lit up? I repeat, what is the phase of the moon when 100% of the moon is lit up? I have four options: new moon, full moon, quarter moon, gibbous moon. So what is the correct answer? Okay, what is the correct answer? What is the phase of the moon when 100% of the moon is lit up? Okay, so what is the answer, guys? What is the answer? You have four options. I'm waiting for your answer. Everyone can type your answer and send it to me directly. Okay. All right, all right. That is nice. That is perfect. It is the correct answer is yes, B is the correct answer. It is full moon. It is full moon. It is not new moon. See this. See this picture. New moon is this. So full moon, you will get 100% of the moon is completely lit up. Okay. So yes, that is the case. All right. So in the case of full moon, you will get 100% of the, you will see 100% of the moon. Okay, so I hope this is clear. It's about full moon, right? Okay, all right. Now you learned what is reason behind it. We learned that what is the exact reason behind it. And now let's learn what are the different names we have given. You have seen different names, right? Waning moon, then you have the waxing moon. Yeah, these are two different sections, two different things which you can understand. So let me tell you, in the case of waxing and waning, these are the two different things. So moon goes from a perfect round circle and gradually reduces in size and further becomes a no moon. No moon, that is a new moon, right? This takes about 15 days. This is called as waxing. So I'll show you this one over here. So from full moon, it is going this way all the way till new moon. So it is actually reducing its brightness, reducing its section, which we can actually see. The bright portion is getting reduced. This is called as waning. This is called as waxing. Okay, so here you can actually see it happens in 15 days. So from full moon, it is going all the way till new moon. That is, the brightness is getting reduced. We call it as waxing. Okay. In the case of waxing, you can clearly see the brightness is, that is, the moon is changing its phase from full moon all the way till new moon. It takes 15 days, as I told you, right? Now you learned that. And then the moon again becomes to grow in size. It is increasing its size, right? Until it becomes a full moon back. This takes another 15 days, approximately another 15 days. This one is called as waning. So waxing is reducing its size, reducing its bright portion. We call it as different phases, so reducing its bright portion, and it will become zero. That is, you won't be able to see the moon, which is called as new moon. It happens in 15 days, and again it increases its brightness gradually for another 15 days, approximately 15 days, and that is called as waning, waxing and waning. Altogether, you will get approximately 30 days, nearly 1 month you will get. Okay, right? I hope this is clear. So let me actually show you here this picture. The bottom portion is waxy, you can clearly see that here, and the top portion, this one is waning. It is coming back to full moon. Okay, it is coming back to full moon. I hope this is fine, right? So guys, I have a question here. I have a question. Which one of the following is not a phase of moon? Which one of the following is not a phase of moon? Four options you have: new moon, third quarter, waning, and maxing. Okay, so yes, we have four options here. Which one of the following is not a phase of the moon? New moon, third quarter, waning, and maxing. Okay, these are the options, four options. So guys, you can type your answer and send it to me. What is the answer here? New moon, third quarter, waning, and maxing. It is maxing. It's not waxing, it is maxing. Okay, I'm giving you the hint. Okay, yes, perfect. Okay, yes, guys, I got it. So the answer is, which is not a phase. It is not a phase. It is maxing. Definitely, it is not maxing. It is waxing, right? It is waxing. It is not maxing, right? All right. So yes. So yes, that is the case. Which one of the following is not a phase of the moon? Obviously, it is maxing, right? So guys, now what have you learned? We learned about the different phases of the moon. We learned completely what are the different phases of the moon, right? I hope this is clear, right? Okay, so guys, what I'm going to show you, I'm going to show you an amazing video. I'm going to show you a video in which you can clearly see how the transformation from one particular phase of the moon it is converting into other one. Okay, let's find out. Okay, I'm going to show you a video, so just a second, guys. All right, so yes, I'm going to show you that. Okay, so now as I told you, let me actually show you this one. You can see, as I told you, the moon is the brightest object. The moon is the brightest object in the night sky, you know that. And you can see this video over here. You can clearly see how this is changing, how this surface, how the bright surface is changing. You can clearly see that. Look at that. Now this is, you have the complete full moon. You can clearly see it's full moon, right? It is full moon, right? And now it is going to get changed. Slowly it is going to get changed. Now look at that. It's changed. Slowly it is changed. Why? Because the sun is going to the other side. Sun is going to the other side in a very particular way. I can say the sun is going to that particular side. So now if you see, only half of the moon is bright. So that's the reason you are able to see only half of it. Right? So the light coming from the sun is from the left hand side in this picture. Right? So the light is coming from the left hand side, it is falling on it. So gradually what happens? See that. Now it is new moon, slowly, different phases of the moon. Right? So you can clearly see that. And here also if you see this one, the moon is revolving around the earth. So the sun, if you see, sun is on the bottom side. So see that the sun is on the bottom side. Why? Because you see the earth, half of it is bright. So that means sun is on the bottom side, the southern side we can consider. And even if you see the moon, try to concentrate on this moon. What is happening? You can clearly see that even the half of this is also bright over there, right? So when it is revolving around the earth, we can clearly see how the different phases of the moon is getting changed. This is the main reason. You can look at this picture, look at this video, you can clearly see that, right? You can see one section is only brighter, so because light is coming from the other side, right hand side. Here you can see the full moon, almost a full moon, you can clearly see, right? It's a full moon, it's a proper full moon. In this one you can clearly see it's a proper full moon, right? Why? Because sun is behind us in this case. So you have different sections, different phases of the moon. As I told you, waxing and waning. You have full moon and you have new moon. Look at this one. This is an amazing picture, amazing clip, amazing picture you can see, in which light is falling on some portion of it, some portion of the moon. Right? This is another one. You can clearly see how it is getting changed, how this is getting changed. Okay. Now let me actually show you this one, waxing crescent. Look at this waxing crescent. Look at that. Where is the sun? Now you can actually predict where is the sun. Sun is on the other side. Sun is somewhere here on the bottom side, right? You can clearly see that, because that is the reason you are not able to see the complete side of the full side of this complete portion of the moon. You're not able to see that, right? You can clearly see that. Okay. And now look at that first quarter, just half of it. First quarter, you can see only just half of it. This is the first quarter. Why? Because sun is on the right hand side. Okay, sun is on the right hand side, so you are able to see only half of the moon. Okay, only half of the moon. This is full moon. This is full moon, right? So here you have the sun behind you. Actually, it is behind you. Okay, I hope this is clear, right? Okay, so we have other different phases. Let me show you this one. It's about the third quarter. Third quarter is just half of it. Okay, and then you have different phase of the moon. Let me show you that also. So now you can clearly see. You can see the moon over there, and look at that. Slowly it is getting changed. Very slowly it is getting changed. How the different phase of the moon is getting changed. All right. So yes, guys, I hope this is clear, right? So guys, is it clear? How many say yes? It's clear. Let me see your comments, guys. I hope this is clear. So now you learned what is the reason behind the different phase of the moon, right? Now you learn the different reason behind the different phase of the moon. So guys, please don't get confused with lunar eclipse and different phase of the moon. These are completely completely different sections, completely different concepts. Right? Perfect. I hope this is clear. Right? Okay. So guys, let me tell you very important thing over here. As you know, we offer online classes, right? We offer online classes. When you enroll for the sessions, when you enroll in different courses in Vedantu, we are giving you amazing sessions, amazing classes, online class, completely online classes. You know that, right? Okay. So when you join these sessions, when you join these online sessions, online classes, okay, here in this video, in this class right now, you are actually able to type your answers over here in the chat section, right? The questions which I asked, some questions which I asked you, so there you are able to type your answer and send it to us, right? You had done this, send it. I have seen your options. But in the case of actual real classes which are happening in Vedantu, we have two-way interactive classes, right? You can actually chat with teacher, you can actually chat with the teacher, right? Even you can actually chat with your classmates also. You can actually do that. Okay, you can actually chat with the teacher as well as students, your other friends. And there is a QA panel section. So in that we have other teachers present at the same time of our class, our online class, so that you can discuss your doubt questions to the other teachers. Okay, so we have an online teacher who will be teaching you. Along with that, multiple other teachers are also present there to clear your doubts. Okay, we are going to clear all your doubts. We have live quiz questions, and in that we have the options. You can directly click on it instead of writing here and sending it here. You did it right, you're sending your answers here, but there during actual courses, actual classes, what you can do, you can actually click on the options, and then if you are scoring really well, your names will be on the fastest fingers list, the top 10 list. The top 10 list we will see, and also we have the top 15 list at the end of the session, at the end of online classes. and you have the leaderboard will be generated. In that, your names will be there according to your scores. So that is their two-way interactive way. Okay, and what are the courses we offer? We are offering IIT JEE courses, NEET courses, CBSE ICSE from grade 1 to 12, including long-term and micro courses. The whole year we are offering courses, and also for micro courses along with other state boards also we are doing it. Okay, all right. So yes, you can, how can you enroll in these courses? Okay, you can go to the website www.vedantu.com is the website, and if you want to attend free live classes, we are giving that also. Free live classes if you want to attend, you can click on this link that is vedantu.com/masterclass. This is a link, and you can click, you can actually enroll for these courses, live free live classes. Okay, these are free live classes. That is with the website. If you are using mobile phones, you can download the app, Vedantu app, and also you can actually do in that particular case as well. Okay, so guys, I hope this is clear, and also give us feedback. Please click on this link, guys, vdnt.in/fb. This is for your amazing, your valuable feedback. Okay, we are waiting for your valuable feedback for this session. I hope you're clear with this concept. What have you learned today? We learned about the different phase of the moon, right? I hope the major confusion is clear, right? I hope you're clear with that. All right, okay. So guys, thank you so much for learning. Thank you so much for attending this session. I hope you are clear with the concept of different phases of the moon. What is the main reason why we have different phases of the moon? I hope you have learned completely about it. Okay. All right. So guys, thank you so much. Have a great time. We'll definitely see you again. Bye bye, guys. Bye. Take care. See you.